Hey stars, welcome to my channel, Shae.equilibrium. My name is Natasha. Today I have another one of my son with me. It is my youngest son and I'm so happy to have him here. This is the last of my three sons, so let's welcome Osayua, man. Come on in, Uwa. We call him Uwa for short. Yeah, so today we're going to go about another interviewing session where I'm going to allow him to ask me whatever question he wants to ask me. And I hope it's more than 3 questions like your brother the last time. But I'm going to give him an opportunity to tell you a little bit about himself. Go ahead.
All right, so my name is Osayua Men Airway, but most people call me Ua. Well, not most, everybody calls me Ua. I'm a senior health science major at Howard University, about to graduate in about a month and a half-ish now. So, yeah, that's going to be happening very soon. That's about it for me.
All right, welcome. We're happy to have you here. And I know you had a whole busy schedule.
Definitely.
But you took the time out to come down to celebrate Resurrection Sunday and Good Friday with us. And that's to show you I'm doing something right here.
Doing something.
So thank you. Thank you for being here. So go ahead, shoot. Let's ask those questions.
All right, so the first question before we start this off is... Aren't I your favorite son? I gotta be your favorite son.
See that, you know, I'm a good mother when all my sons think that they are my favorite, and absolutely every one of them is my favorite son.
But I'm the favorite son. All right, but no, for real. The first real question is, so I know that you and Baba met at Brooklyn College, but I want to know like the full story, the full breakdown, like who met up, who talked to who first, how did you approach each other, how long did you guys date for, when was the proposal happening, how was the proposal, all that. I just want to know how that went because I never really got the full breakdown.
All right, you want my whole life out there. Okay, yeah. So your dad and I, we did meet at Brooklyn College. And I think I kind of like said the story, but your brother video hasn't come out as yet. So I did kind of mention something in your brother's video. So look out for that. It's coming out before this one. But just to kind of quickly go over it, yes, we met in Brooklyn College. He was in 2 of my classes with me. And we actually got on each other's nerves at first. Did not like each other. He did not like the fact that I brought my son to school with me, as I said before. And I did not like the fact that he disrupted the classroom every time he came into class. But being the polite person that I was in one of our body conditioning class, when I was walking past him because I knew him from my other class, I said hello. And from I said hello to him, that was the end of it. He followed me everywhere that I went and never left my side, and he's very persistent, even as you know that he is. When he wants something, he wants something, so he goes hard. So we ended up meeting in Brooklyn College. We got married. He proposed to me. He wanted to have it as a public proposal in the church, but that didn't happen. So he ended up proposing, which thank God. Yeah. So he ended up proposing to me at home, at my parents' home.
Okay.
And it was a bit different because he wanted to surprise me, and now the surprise was over because I didn't want it to happen there. And so it happened at my parents' home in 2000. So we're going on 24 years of marriage coming up. And so yeah, I guess you could say that I'm the one that approached first, but not in not in that way, because I said hello.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Their anniversary's on a solar eclipse.
Oh.
There's literally gonna be a solar eclipse this year, so I can tell you it's supposed to be a solar eclipse at least.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. Now that I thought about it.
And I think they're saying it's not supposed to be any school. Let's hope that's true.
Yeah,
well, in some parts.
It's supposed to go through. It's supposed to come through the North America area and up to Canada. So if it does happen, then it's gonna be in our area.
Oh wow. Yeah. Awesome. Well,
so we'll see what happens.
Some things are happening on the day when we got married. So, yes, that was basically how we met. We met in school. I said hello, and then he pursued, and here we are today.
Okay. All right. So my next question is, I know that you have three three boys. Did you ever like dream of having a girl or wanting a girl in any particular way? Like, did you grow up? When you grow up, did you like say like I wanted a girl? I want to have a child as a girl. Like I want to have a son. I know I want to have a son, but I want to know if you ever want to have a girl ever.
Well, I did. I did want a girl. Of course, anyone who had sons and you're ready to have a daughter to mix in between, but God had other plans, and I'm happy for the children that I did have. But I do remember that when I was when I was pregnant, and I kept asking my doctor, I was like, Dr. Raina, what am I having? Am I having a boy or am I having a girl? If I'm having another boy, I need to be prepared to have the boy. And he was like, Natasha, I'm not going to tell you what you're having. And I begged him to please let me know what I'm having so I could prepare myself for another boy, which was you. And he was like, I am not telling you. And it's a good thing he didn't, because as a parent, the best or the most joyful moment is when that child comes forth and the child is healthy and you hear that cry. And honestly, it didn't matter at that point in time what sex the child was, and I'm happy for my 3 boys. Yeah. Men now.
Yeah. Getting old, man. We're all getting old. It's crazy.
Old. So if you old, what am I?
Oh, so getting old.
Okay.
You're almost old.
Okay.
You're almost old already. So next question is, like, growing up, who was like your biggest inspiration that you looked up to, or who was somebody that like inspired your life to be how it is right now?
Growing up, who really inspired my life? As to what it is right now, my biggest inspiration, that's a hard question.
Yeah, I want to kind of lead into
okay. That's a really hard question in regards to who really inspired me as
it don't have to be one person. It could be a couple people.
Okay, you want me to give a couple of people? Okay, I can give a couple of people. And when you're talking about young, like what age are you looking at?
Growing up, like just I don't know, like
just
it could be in general, or it could be like your phase, like which phase it was, and you could say which phase you look to this person, which phase you look to that person.
Okay. So for different things, I looked up to different people. So first I would say my mom, right? My mom is there because she worked hard. We always saw her working. She came here before we did from America, and she always provided for us, always made sure that we were well taken care of. So just the work ethics, took that from my mom. And as I spoke to your brother, a teacher, Miss Jacobs, a Black woman, she really had an impact on me in school to let me know that I can be me and I can be different with my Jamaican accent and still be okay. As I got older, I always had, when Whitney Houston was in her Whitney Houston earlier years before she turned into Whitney. But she was a big inspiration for me because I wanted to be a singer. And I just really looked up to her music, the way she sang. So that was someone that I really wanted to be like growing up because of how she sang. And I always wanted to be a singer, but never pursued that route for one reason or another. Those of you who say singer, singer Shae, stay where you are. But that was really one big thing that I wanted to do. I also remember when I began my Christian years, there's Mother Morris who really stood out to me because she took a whole bunch of us young women under her wing, used to open up her home for us. So we didn't have to go home after church. We just basically went over to her home, ate there, and she may not know what a big impact that played, but that was really, really big. It kept me rooted and grounded in Christ. And so those were just, and a lot of them are women. A lot of them are strong Black women who really played a role in my life. Those are the ones who come to mind right now.
All right, so you said school having an accent. I didn't even think about that when you came here, having a different Jamaican accent. I mean, were there a lot of Jamaicans in? I know right now there are a lot of Caribbeans in New York, like all throughout this area and all throughout school. So I wonder if was it less Caribbean people when you were in school back then? So.
Well, if they were Caribbean, they weren't trying to make it known that they were Caribbean because that wasn't the thing at the moment. At that point in time, for Haitians, they would say like, go back to your nation, Haitian and Jamaican. They would make fun of us and tell us to go back where we come from. So I don't think that the school promoted culture like they're trying to do now. You know, they're being more sensitive towards culture, which I think is a good thing because it can help students who are different, who are speaking different languages, come from different places, and feel like they have to change who they are just to fit in. So yeah, that really played a big role in my life with Miss Jacobs. I remember I had her as my 5th grade teacher. It helped to mold me.
Okay.
Yeah.
But now you're a teacher yourself, so that leads me to my next question. What made you decide to want to teach and to want not only just to teach, but to teach students who are special needs?
Well, you know what? That was not like, something purposely done.
So you didn't purposely go into this field for special needs, or did you want to work with regular students, or did you want to work with special needs students?
I wanted to work with students who were struggling.
Okay.
That was what I wanted to do. I saw that there was a gap because, you know, I was an ACS worker before I became a teacher.
Next question, guys. My next question is going to be about that.
And I remember I went to a home and I went to do a home visit. And I worked into a special area of ACS, which is the Family Preservation Program. We tried to keep families together. And while working there, I went into the home and I saw a young child there, and he was trying to do his homework, not getting help from anyone around him. And the home was in a deplorable condition, but still yet this child was trying to do work. And so I sat down with him and I began to try to teach him what he needed to get done. And they were sitting there and saying, oh, he won't be able to do it. We always try and he's not able to do it. And when I sat down with him, he began to do his work. And he was actually getting it. And I was like, did these parents actually even try with this child? Did anyone really try to teach this child? He can learn. It's just that it took a little bit more effort. And so from that point, it kind of like hit me. And I said, you know what, I would love to teach because I would love to meet young, especially Black students who are struggling in school and to help them, because I had 3 boys and you guys were doing great in school. And I got to give myself that.
You.
Pat myself on the back, right? You guys were doing great, so I thought that I could make a change in the schools also. And please check out my video, Make That Change. Whenever you're thinking about change, don't get stuck. Make a change.
Make a change.
It will be someplace linked over here.
Okay, that's great. So what taught you your patience then with students that you have right now?
Say that again.
Like, what taught you your patience?
Patience?
Was this?
No, because you guys really didn't give me much problems. Like I said, I give it to myself and your dad. We really put in some tough rules.
They didn't have much patience with us. They did not have much patience with us.
We taught you guys. Patience. Dude, you don't remember when you used to kick down the wall?
I don't remember that.
He was the one kicking down the wall in the room at that time. And y'all wouldn't want to know what I had to do with his terrible twos. But yeah, that's a different story. Right? But no, patience came, I think, from raising 3 boys. And because of the Lord also, asking him for patience in those tough moments when I had a challenging student, when I didn't know what to do. I always seek wisdom from God because who knows people better than him? You know, so I think with God leading me and being a godly teacher in the classroom, it helped me to tap into those moments where the students needed something, because usually when you have a behavior, it's because there's a need, right? And please check out my video also. I got videos for everything. That's why we all about balance over here, because I have a video that will match anything. For that child who's misbehaving and you're having difficulty trying to figure out why is that child misbehaving, I have a video for that. So check that out too.
Oh man.
No, it was not about you. It was not about you. But those were skills gleaned from ACS that I was able to carry on over into teaching. All
right, since we talking about ACS now, so I wanted to know like your best story from ACS and like your worst story from ACS.
Ooh. Okay, so there's this one story.
You want to give which one you give? You say which one's first? Which one's like the best one and which one's like the worst one?
Okay, my best story. Oh my gosh.
You want to do worst story first?
My worst story or my best story? Okay, let me try to think about which one was my best story, because some worst stories, the worst are like vroom, come into my brain. But the best one, and that's terrible.
Yeah.
When it's always the bad things that you tend to remember and not the good. So let me start off. My brain is trying to think of a good case.
Okay.
In the meantime. Oh, I do have a good case. The good case just came to me. Yeah, that good case just popped into me. And that was a case that I had where a mother, she was having some kind of psychological issues. I did not know she was having any psychological issues, but it came in the report stating that there were psychological issues that put the child at risk. And being with the mom, the FPP worker that I am, I'm watching, I'm assessing, I'm seeing this mom is great. I'm wondering, where did this report come in from? And then one day I went with her someplace and she was standing and she was spaced out. And I'm like, hello, I was speaking to her and trying to get her attention, and she was spaced. And I was like, so when she finally came to herself after a minute or two of me saying hello, 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 and I really mean a minute or two, I said, what happened? And she was just like, I'll talk to you about it later. And I was like, no, you got to tell me now what happened. And she was like, oh, can I tell you after we leave? So I said, sure. So sure enough, when we were finished and we left, I said, what happened? So she began to tell me about, she saw the man who was running after her, who's been after her, and the person that's been after her in the limousine outside, and all of these things. And I was like, my God, this lady is having an episode. And I just thank God for that moment, because the case was coming close, soon to be closed. And I was going to close that case thinking this mother was okay. Now, she was a good mother and her child did not need to be removed, but she needed help.
Yeah.
And so I just thank God for that moment that he allowed me to see that. And based on what she began to tell me about how they beat her with sticks on the subway, and did she go to the doctor? No. And they're coming in through her windows and all of these things, I was able to get mobile crisis, the right people out to assess her, got her the help that she needed, and was able to allow the child to remain in the home with her, because she did have parent there with her also, who was able to assist. But she did well, her child is doing well, and was able to keep a family together. So that was a wonderful moment for me. I'll never forget that case, because I was like, oh my God, I would have closed the case and the child would have been at risk. But the mom was willing to follow through, and we kept the family together. Worst case. And two of them is coming to my mind, but I'm just going to talk about the other one. Okay. So this other one was a mother. Once again, these moms always by themselves. What's going on to you fathers? And for those of you who are being good fathers in the home, I thank you. Continue to do so. But dads, come on, black man, step up, please, please. But this mom, again, single mom, 4 children in the home. They were all probably like under the age of 6. And I went into the home and I saw a little one, especially one, I keep seeing him even to today. He was very meager. When I say skinny, he looked like he was not eating. His diapers were soiled, just the most deplorable condition. And as an FPP worker, you have to work to bring the home up to par. Work with the mom, got the home clean with her, provided her with diapers, provided her with different clothing for the child, and just did whatever was necessary to help out. She had to work from work fair, and she, instead of getting her kids into a daycare, she went and she asked friends to babysit her kids. Wrong move. If you know you don't have good friends that's going to take care of your child, I understand that you want to keep the money in the community, but please put your child in a daycare or someplace where you know they can be cared for properly. She left them with friends who didn't care. The friends had her children locked up inside of the room, and basically was doing, 2 of them were out in the living room doing their own thing during the visit. I went there, spoke with them, told them the kids couldn't stay inside of the room, made sure that everything was okay, stayed until the mom got there, spoke to the mom about her babysitting arrangement, that she needed to rectify that, get something in place, because it doesn't look as if they really care. Went back to do my next visit again. Same condition, same babysitters, the kids. This time I looked at the little boy and his nose looked like he was like gasping for air. And I said, okay, called my supervisor and we had to do a removal. And that mom, when she heard that her children, I cried. I cried because I saw that it was a mother that wanted her children, but at the same time wasn't able to maintain that balance. For some reason, her scale was tipped where her loyalty was more to her friends getting the money rather than her kids being safe. And so she was able to go through the court system. She did the parent and everything that she needed to do. And that judge was hard on me. He was working me. He made sure I worked that case. And I do believe that her kids went back with her. I'm not so sure because, I left ACS after a while. Yeah. That was my story.
Okay, that was deep.
Kind of long.
That was deep now.
Yeah.
I think people would like that story now. It's good to know.
Yeah.
So I guess we're coming closer to the end of this. Not sure how many questions I've asked so far, but I know growing up you were with me a lot because I had basketball, I had band, which was a lot of time. So I just wanted to know, like, do you have like a favorite? I know you drove me around all around the time, like Saturday mornings, morning time, Thursday nights picking me up. So I want to know if you have like any like favorite moment from doing any of those things.
I actually loved your basketball games.
Yeah.
I mean, like those. I'm a basketball mom. I'm really a basketball mom. I loved, especially when you were playing for 318. Yeah, 318. I love those moments. I love the concerts. I actually gained from watching you excel at those things that you were doing. And when your basketball team won the championship, it was like I won the championship. I remember when you had to also conduct, which was really cool to watch you stand before the band and conduct the band. Those were just some amazing moments that I'll never forget. And I wish you would continue to pursue and do some. The run, people, the run. And this child went to college and did nothing with that sax. Yeah. Not even a scholarship with the sax. And he's good. He's very good. What's up with that? Oh, this is not your interview.
I mean, it's
today.
not my interview, but I'm not going to go into that. Why I didn't do it. But yeah.
Okay.
That's about it for today.
That's all you have for me? No
like 6, 7 questions. I'm not sure. I think I might have forgotten one that I thought of already, but I think I asked all of them. I think I asked the daughter.
You want
ACS. The driving around. School. How you became that. Yeah, I asked all my questions.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. This is my little son, the baby, even though he looks tall and bigger.
I'm the biggest now.
Probably bigger than the rest of them. But thank you, son. I'm so proud of you. We're looking so forward to your graduation.
Oh, yeah, that was one of okay, that was one of okay. I think that was one of but not really. I was just thinking about it like it'll be like my first graduation for a long time.
I know,
yeah,
right?
It's crazy.
Right. He was COVID. No, not COVID, baby.
Yeah, not COVID.
But he was one that was supposed to graduate during the time when COVID came out. What was that, 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was his high school year. And so there was no prom, no graduation. So this is a special one. So we have to really blow it up. Yeah. I don't know how big we're going to blow it up.
Let's not blow it up. Let's just have a good time.
Yeah. So I'm happy though. I'm happy that you get to celebrate and actually have a graduation this time. That was hard, high school.
Yeah,
that was tough. They wanted you to have what, virtual prom?
No, not virtual. I don't think they had. I think they did. I didn't have nothing to do with that. I was not there.
Virtual
prom. I think 30, 40 people showed
computer.
Up. Like 50 people showed up to that. Oh
my gosh. Well, those are some moments that we'll remember though, regardless. Memories don't live like people do. Yeah. Well, anyway, stars, thank you for watching Shae.equilibrium, and remember to what?
Always something? It's always something, right?
Are you kidding me? Remember to what?
Shine your light. Something.
Oh, only Ota. You see, only Ota. Only Ota know my line. That means
I'm watching
your video.
I am watching your video.
But not to the end.
That's a complete end where you do that.
Are you serious?
It's sign something.
Yeah, it is.
Shine your light. Is it
no, it's not shine your light. Well, you get half, Nathaniel get none, and Ota got everything. Okay.
Oh, is it sign your what?
Okay. Yes, Star. So let me get back to what I was saying. But first, before I get there, remember to like, subscribe, make a comment, and share this video with someone who you think will enjoy this video. And remember to shine brightly.